All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. And of course, you know I'm coming here with some very thought-provocative talk and ideas. Now, I want you to listen to me very closely. Many of us have lived in this country all of our life. And so living in this country all of our lives, we're very familiar, somewhat. The general populace is just literally not familiar with the laws of this land. But many of us, we are. And of course, if you're really truly going to be educated with the laws of these land, it's literally impossible to do because there's just entirely too many of them on the books. But those of us who choose to follow faith, that means the Bible, okay? This Bible right here, okay? Let's say this, all right? This Bible promotes a lifestyle. All right? Listen to me very close. Listen to me closely. But we live in a time now where the system of the world, the secular, social, civil system of this world has literally told this Bible to go to hell. All right? Are you thinking there for a moment? Now listen to me for a second. Why? Because there are things written in this book that supersedes the law of man. And today, I'm trying my best to get people to see and to understand that the United States of America and the government of the United States of America is God. And they expect for you to obey God. And when you see on this dollar bill, in God we trust. All right? You know, on these Federal Reserve notes, when you see that on these Federal Reserve notes, in God we trust. And of course, and many of you who do not realize that it's there, the only thing you have to do is look on the back of it now. It says, see it's written right here. In God we trust. Let's see if we can get it to folks. See it? In God we trust. Now, only one problem. Who is this God that they trust in? Because everything about this dollar bill right here is satanic from the word go. Everything is satanic from the word go. I mean, the pyramid, the all-seeing eye, the eagle, with all the arrows, the owls that are on this thing. I mean, this thing is laced with Satanism. Illuminati, Freemasonry. I mean, you name it, Freemasons. Just literally appalling. So what God do you think that is talking about? This country has laws on this book that is in direct opposition to the laws in this book. Now, the question I want to propose to everybody in here, and I'm coming from the text of Acts 5:29 that says we ought to obey God rather than man. Because when this dollar bill says God on the back of it, it's talking about a total different God that's in here. Because first of all, we wouldn't even have this particular paper if they trusted in the God of this Bible right here. Am I making any sense? So we live in a country, a time, a world society that the Yahweh, the Elohim of the Hebrews in this book right here represent a total different thought than this country right here. And now this particular country has set up an institution called Christianity that gives you Romans 13 from their perspective and tells you that all of us that are Hebrews, all of us that are Israelites, we are supposed to obey the civil powers and authorities. And only that, all a 501c3 preachers teach that and tell you that that's what it says. When this Bible is not talking about the United States of America, nor its legal system. It's not talking about any other government or country in this world for us to obey in this world or their legal or civil systems. It's not. I submit to you that if you obey Yahweh, the creator of the universe, the one who gave us this book through Moses and the prophets right here, I submit to you that as long as you obey these laws, you won't have any trouble with any man's law. But the problem that we're having is that man has made laws and a religion and a government to tell everybody who is of an informed mind that You tell this God who wrote you this Bible and gave you these words through Moses and the prophet, you tell them that we said go to hell because we are God. So the same way that Pharaoh opposed Moses when he was delivering the Israelites out of Mizraim, of out of Egypt, is the same way that the God of the United States of America opposes those of us today. And they are literally saying, first that which is natural, then that which is spiritual. We are not going to let your people go. Who is this God? You got to be able to see this thing. And the only way you're going to be able to see it is you have to understand spiritual things. And so we have an institution called Christianity. We have a world. And all these people claim to be some form of Christians, believing in some form of Jesus or some form of God. And it's obvious that through function, that they don't care nothing about the laws, the statutes, nor the commandments that is written right here in the book. So my question to you is, who are you going to serve? Are you going to serve the God of the Hebrews? Or are you going to serve the God of the United States of America? They are diametrically opposed to each other. One is false as hell, and one is the truth. Choose you this day whom you going to serve. As for me and my house, we're going to serve Yahweh. And let me finish the quote of Acts 5:29. We ought to obey Yahweh rather than man. You deserve the truth, and that's the truth straightway. Think about that for a moment. Which one do you have the most fear of? Do you have the most fear of the God of the Hebrews or the civil, secular governments of this world?